Well, following last week's well-earned draw away to Curzon Ashton, Leamington need just a point from their remaining 4 league games to virtually guarantee that they'll be playing National League North football next season. Paul Holleran has said that he wants to finish the season on a high, so I'm sure 3 points will be the only thing he'll have his eye on this afternoon. Leamington come into this one with just 1 defeat in their past 6 games, so will have their tails up as they take to the turf of the Phillips 66 for their penultimate home game of the season. Holleran makes one forced change as Jack Lane fills in at centre-back for the suspended Jamie Hood, who received a red card for dissent against Curzon Ashton last week. Colby Bishop is seeking his 24th goal of the season as he leads the line once again for the Breaks. Today's visitors Alfreton Town will still be licking their wounds following a 7-0 home thrashing at the hands of Altrincham last Saturday, but a 1-1 draw against Hereford in midweeks suggests that the Reds have steadied their ship and are prepared to do battle for the final few weeks of the season. Alfreton are safe from the drop zone, but with just 1 win in 5, form has been hard to come by as of late for the East Midlands side, and Leamington will be aware of that on a day where 3 points would mathematically ensure their National League North status for next season. As Joe Clark stands over this, whip it into towards the back post of the area. Bishop rises, more glanced off his head more than anything else, well wide of Tom Nicholson's goal. Clifton to launch this into the Leamington penalty area then. Lane rises. Platt. Here's Clifton again. Loop delivery. Edwards rising. Comes only as far as Jordan Sinnott, who opens the scoring on the half volley. To the delight of those Alfreton Town fans behind that goal. Tony Breeden helpless. Jordan Sinnott with a sweet strike from 12 yards out. No one in yellow picked him up. And he latched on to Jack Edwards' clearing header to smash the ball home past Tony Breeden, who was helpless in the Leamington net. And it's Leamington 0, Alfreton Town 1. Jordan Sinnott with a sizzling half volley to put the East Midlands side in front. Here's Pennickett. Spreads the ball out to Bacon. Good touch from the winger. Takes him away from English. English recovering now. Here's Wild. Looping ball towards the back post. Pennickett is there. And Breeden did just enough to get down to his left-hand side to keep it out. Some fans behind the goal opinion it went over the line. But Tony Breeden, good reflexes from the Leamington goalkeeper. Once again, Pennickett in acres of space at that back post. Did well to meet the ball in from Josh Wild. Couldn't generate enough power to beat Tony Breeden. Will be a corner to Alfreton. Good save from the Leamington goalkeeper nonetheless. It's comfortably into the hands of Tony Breeden, who will once again look to release Jordan Murphy down the right. Curry's come a long way. He's caught Murphy there as the centre-back. And the referee needs to make a decision here as the Leamington medical team rush onto the field. Adam Curry fully committed to that challenge as soon as the ball left Tony Breeden's foot. He knew what was coming. Jordan Murphy doing enough to get past the first Alfreton man, but Adam Curry on hand just to come and completely clean Jordan Murphy out. And another chance to cause some problems in the Alfreton area. In it comes then, swung in towards the back post. Bishop meets it, but can't quite direct the header on target. Curry doing enough to put the Leamington striker off his effort on goal. Here he is again. Curry on hand to clear up field. Met by the head of James Mace. Gittins flicks it on. Curry caught in possession in the middle. Late challenge on Colby Bishop. Referee plays advantage. Curry has already been booked, remember, but the referee will play on. Here's Gittins. Murphy. Joe Clark. This is promising for Leamington. Connor Goodger measures before delivering the ball into the area. Bishop rising. Wiles on hand at the back post. And now Curry will try and scoot the ball away. Here's Gittins. Colby Bishop is offside. And now the referee will have a talking to Adam Curry, but it is only that though. Take that as his final warning. Murphy across to take the corner kick. Murphy low, met at the front post by Clark, not good enough there. Here's Conor Goodger then, whips the ball back across. English is rising, Gittins is there, and Gittins turns it in for Leamington. Great composure by Callum Gittins just to steady himself and poke home. But Leamington causing all sorts of problems with balls into the Alfreton penalty area, and this one has come up trumps for them. The ball recycled and put back in by Conor Goodger, a teasing ball into the Alfreton penalty area. They couldn't deal with it, and Callum Gittins on hand just to dink past Tom Nicholson and then finish with the outside of his boot. Alfreton Town players appealing to the linesman still, as they were at the time of the goal, but Callum Gittins was the only one with his head screwed on, concentrating on where the ball was. Leamington 1, Alfreton Town 1. Headed away convincingly by Riley. James Mace meets it on the halfway line. Riley's there again just to hook the ball up into the air. Still on the Alfreton half. Clark meets it. Here's Bishop, threads the ball through towards Murphy. That's a terrific ball on his left foot. Jordan Murphy squeezes it through the gap and past Tom Nicholson to put Leamington in front early in the second half. Oh, fantastically well worked goal by Leamington. Bishop, the architect, threaded the ball through to Jordan Murphy, who timed his run to perfection and had the composure just to slot it past Tom Nicholson and the onrushing Alfreton defender into an empty net. And Leamington have turned the game on its head early in the second half. It's Leamington 2, Alfreton Town 1. And it's a terrific piece of play between Colby Bishop and Jordan Murphy that has resulted in the goal. Great composure by Jordan Murphy, just timed his moment to perfection to pull the trigger and just slotted it into the empty net. Leamington 2, Alfreton Town 1. Obeng doing well to carry out his defensive duties, but Clifton picks it up for Alfreton on the right hand side, trying to drill a ball into Pennickett. Here's Edwards. Opens his body up just to turn away from the Alfreton midfielder. Finds a way to Bishop. Bishop has Gittins inside of him. Gittins made the run beyond him. Riley does well. Terrific defending by the Alfreton captain. And just calmly rolls to Clifton. Mace doing enough to get his foot in. Ahmed Obeng can't quite make the ball stick and loses out in the midfield. Here's Clifton. Benefit of the ricochet. Clifton goes for goal. Almost had Tony Breeden fooled. Moved a lot in the air, and the Alfreton fans behind that goal convinced that the ball just found its way over the line as Breeden dropped it. The linesman does not concur, and it's his decision that's the most important. Well, the ball certainly moved a great deal as Clifton shot the effort towards goal. Then it comes from Murphy, floated, easily headed out by Riley. Goodger will recycle the ball back into the penalty area. Gittins then sets himself to shoot, does hit it! Fantastic save by Tom Nicholson. Down to his right hand side to meet the efforts of Callum Gittins. Big right hand by Tom Nicholson to deny Gittins, which was a good strike from the Leamington midfielder. But Nicholson level to it. There's a Lane seeking a ball out towards James Mace, but it will only roll out for a Alfreton throw-in. Clean strike by Gittins, but Nicholson watched it all the way and able to just reach across and parry away from danger. Here's Murphy onto his left foot. Elliot Hodge is waiting. Elliot Hodge gets there. Here's Bishop. and Edwards makes sure. It will be Edwards' goal. He's claiming it all right. On hand to pick up the pieces and head home past a helpless Tom Nicholson to make it 3-1 to the Brakes, who have completely turned this game on its head and now have a 2-goal cushion. Elliot Hodge with the initial effort. Bishop hitting the crossbar, unlucky to see his shot bounce out, but Edwards on hand to head home. Leamington 3, Alfreton Town 1. And the Brakes very much running away with this match now. Lane across though. He's done well there. Lane comfort at the throw in though. Launching into the penalty area. Panicket rises. Here's Allen. Brings it down well. Goes down in the penalty area. Blocked on the line by James Mace. Appeals for a penalty. Waved away by referee Matt Corlett. Well, there looks to be a plethora of offences in there in that penalty area that they were appealing for. First, Tom Allen went down with the challenge of Junior English, and then James Mace blocked an effort on the line, and Alfreton fans and players appealing for hands. Nothing given by the referee, but it will be an Alfreton corner. Desperate to get back into the game. Clifton, well worked between him and Platt, who are advancing towards the back line. Steisch picks up on the edge of the penalty area. Back to goal, trying to fashion a chance out of this is Reece Steisch. And it's Tony Reed on hand to clear away. Only as far as Curry. He can head it only to Elliot Hodge, who picks it up on the halfway line for Leamington. Right hand side. He's found a way through as Elliot Hodge. Good skill and trickery from the winger. Needs support now. Arrives in the form of Sam Wilding, who knocks it back to Junior English just over the halfway line inside the Alfreton half. Fizz ball in towards Bishop. He's done well here, Bishop. Into the penalty area. Drives a goal. Inches past Tom Nicholson's far hand post. Fashion a chance all for himself there, Colby Bishop. But it's picked up by Jordan Murphy, who'll launch a ball up towards Bishop, and he's well found, is Bishop. Looks to loft it over Nicholson. Hot back there in the nick of time to launch over his own crossbar, but Bishop with good composure there. Well found by Jordan Murphy. Tries to lift it over the advancing Tom Nicholson, but hot on hand to just hoist it over his own crossbar for the corner kick. And Leamington will just take their time over this to wind the clock down. In it comes towards the back post towards Jack Edwards, and there's the referee's whistle. That's a fantastic performance by Leamington. Just went up a gear in the second half and overcame Alfreton by 3-1.
So Paul, a great win today and a great 3 points, which now means Leamington are mathematically safe. How you must be ecstatic about that.
Yeah, delighted, obviously. I think obviously the last couple of weeks, I think there's been a little bit of freedom about us. I think you know, once you got to the tally, we got to the point at Curzon last week. I think it virtually all, but we knew we'd be okay. But until it's probably mathematically, you don't. It's that tight, the league. A couple of good results here, a good result there. You know, you're up and down, aren't you? But now, listen, I said it last week before the Curzon game that it was important that these last 4 games we approached them right. Didn't want the season to be flat, deflated. Especially at home, wanted to keep pushing, trying to improve on, finish as high as we can, score a few more goals, and be positive really and honest. And we didn't start great at Curzon. It was a better second half, but I thought for the majority of the game today we've done really well. Disappointed with their goal, obviously, because it's something we'd spoke about and we were aware of, and we vacated an area, and it's a good finish from the boy. There was certainly a sense of end of season feel to it. There's no doubt about that. But we were bright and bubbly. We were, and some really good individual performances today. And this is a team that this year, you know, we went to Alfreton earlier on this year, and it was the biggest smash and grab of the season. You know, they were really at that point. Then I thought, because you know, seen Billy's teams over the years, they've been successful and they've done really well. I think possibly last week looks as if it's knocked them a little bit, but they've still, you know, Alfreton can't forget they've still shown improvement from where they've been. Good cup run. They've just faded a little bit there, but he's done a decent job, and it takes time. It's a bit like, you know, Stockport's took a few years to Jim to get it. It takes time to build sides and build things. It doesn't just happen in 6 months or whatever. And knowing Bill like I do, and all his sides over the years and how successful they'll be, it might take him 6 months longer than what he probably would have liked, but he'll be okay. But no, as for us, we were lots and lots of 7 and 8 out of 10. So I was delighted. I was really delighted. Knew would have to be physically strong in the middle of the park. Knew the centre half had to be physically strong against Pennyket. But thought if we could win our fair share of first and seconds and get the ball into the wide areas, there'd be a bit of space to play. And I thought, you know, whether it was Ahmed, Elliot and Jordan, I thought they were really good today. And we've scored some good goals. But Colby Bishop really led the line brilliantly. He's mixed his game. We're trying to get him to mix his game a bit more, not be too predictable. And you know, that was complete number 9 performance tonight. So lots of big performances. Another 3 points on the board. You know, a few goals. So it's been a really good day for us against a good side.